Welcome in all of my average gamers to another most average gameplay impressions video, I guess. So I spent the weekend playing the Black Ops 6 open beta. Boy, oh boy, do I have some thoughts on this one. So let's dive right in, shall we? So we'll start with the easy stuff, the visuals and the performance. So for me, 90% of the time, pretty solid performance. Didn't really have any issues, anything like that. Every once in a while, I had some wonky like stutter or like jitter, and I'm not sure if that was server side, if that was client side, if it was a game issue, you know what I mean? I'm not totally sure what that was about, but for the most part, totally fine there. Not really any issues. I mean, Call of Duty has been out for 20 years now. Like, geez, I don't even, I mean, is it 20 years? How fucking long has Call of Duty been out? It's been a long time. 15 years? Should have looked this up before I started making this video. But hey, you know what? Most average for a reason. But I will say that the visuals, I think, are going to be, I wouldn't say divisive, but I think it's going to be like divided. Either you're going to have people that you say, yeah, I think they look great, or no, I don't like these compared to what we've had. Just because Treyarch in the Black Ops style has always been, some people want to call it cartoony, but I call it more saturated, more vibrant. I think Black Ops like 3 and 4 kind of had more of a cartoony look, but I wouldn't say Cold War or this most recent Black Ops 6 looks cartoony. I just think it's much more vibrant and it's much more saturated for sure. But as far as like texture detail and the draw distance and the visuals on that on like a graphical level, it's just on par. It's easily on par with Modern Warfare 3 from what I can tell. I mean, I didn't play a ton of Modern Warfare 3. Probably not gonna play a ton of this game either. I did max out my level. I hit level 30. I tried out all the guns except for the sniper. That was the only thing I didn't try out, just because I just not a big sniper. See, like I've always, which is weird, because I love sniping in games like, say, like Battlefield, or I don't know, games where there's like the actual like bullet trajectory and you have to actually hit a headshot to get a kill. You don't have to just like quick scope someone's knee and you're gonna kill them. So those games I like sniping in, but I don't enjoy like Call of Duty or like arcade style shooters for sniping, so I didn't really get into those guns. But I tried everything else out, and as I'm sure you've heard from the intro webs, the Jackal, yep, definitely the most powerful weapon. Well, I think in week 2 open beta, not necessarily the most powerful. I actually really liked the C9, and I was having a good time with the Ames 85, I think it is. It was another gun that I enjoyed a lot once I got an extended mag. Pre-extended mag, that gun was pissing me off. It only had like 20 rounds, and boy, ain't got the best shot in the world. But let's jump into the gameplay, the actual, the meat, the bones, the what you're all here for. Now, I would say that how do I we'll start with the Omni move and my weekend, I guess. So like when I first hopped on Friday, I was like, gosh, dang it, I love this game. This is sick. This movement is cracked. I'm having so much fun. And then day 2, I was having no fun. I was getting just murked on by these fucking Omni demons, just dipping and diving and twirling and twisting. And I like once, and then day 3 came around, I started playing some more, and I wasn't as tired either. And I was able to focus a little bit better, and the gameplay kind of even back out, and even had some pretty great game, and definitely started having fun again. I will say Babylon fucking sucks. Fuck Babylon. Babylon is such a shitty map. Like, we'll start right off by saying that this I think it's a pretty solid game with some real shitty maps so far. I don't like the maps personally. I know that there are people that like doing this crazy high chaos, like 60 killed, 30 deaths, fucking just run, jump, run, shoot, die, respawn, run, jump, respawn, jump, die. That's not for me. I like arcade shooters, but I like there to be a little bit of breathing room to be able to, I don't know, reload a fucking gun. Like the fact that you literally do not have time to get through an entire like animation of reloading a gun before someone's already on you. Like probably spawning right on your ass. Not even just coming up on your ass, just spawning right on your ass. But I definitely like the Omni movement though. I've always been a movement kind of guy. That's why like CSGO and like those types of shooters have never really been my thing, but I've always loved Titanfall, Apex, the Finals, X Defiant, this most recent, and like actually Black Ops. I've always preferred Black Ops over the Modern Warfare series, just because I always thought the movement was a little bit slicker, more arcadey, which I enjoy. Like that's my shit. I guess that's what I like. So I would say that the movement, yeah, is definitely a plus, and I think it definitely took a good 30-40 minutes of playing for me. It's unlike anything else I've ever played with, this omnidirectional movement of being able to slide, jump, dive, run, sprint, crawl, roll in any direction. The closest thing I think I've ever seen to it was actually Battlefield 5, that had some similar like back dives and backsliding and like laying on your back and things like that, but nowhere near like this, like not even close to what this is. So I really think this will be another like divisive, but on a much more serious level, if people like it or don't like it. You're either gonna be like grounded boots on the ground kind of guy, or you're gonna be the more arcadey, cracked out movement kind of guy. I'm the latter personally. So I will say, like, for me, yes, the omni movement is definitely more than just like say a gimmick. I do think the whole like diving and shooting isn't actually very beneficial. Like diving to get out of engagements and get yourself around a corner, I think is much more useful than trying to dive into an engagement for 99% of the time you want to dive. But I've seen some TikTok vids, I've seen some YouTube vids, and people be doing some shit out there. Let me tell you, I mean I had some fun with some like crazy like slide spin double shotgun kill things that were pretty fun, and yeah, hopefully I can find them and throw them in the background because they were pretty sick, but I don't remember what I did and didn't record. The map design though, let's move on to the map design. I do not like the maps. I don't. Like I said, I'm not into like Rewind. I actually liked Rewind a lot. I liked Skyline. Skyline was pretty good, and then I liked Scud, but I only got maybe in the entire weekend like 6 matches maybe on Scud. Like that was it. I only got maybe six matches on Scud, and I probably played, I don't know, maybe 10 hours. Let me do some math here. So I played 3 hours on stream, played another 2 hours the next night, and I played like 4 or 5 hours. Yeah, so I'd say about 10 hours overall. And yeah, like maybe 5 matches on Scud, maybe. And that's I think that's even being generous. It was all Babylon and Skyline for the most part. Rewind for a third of it maybe, and then yeah, I genuinely was just blown away by it. How I don't know. Like I said, maybe I'm getting old. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm too old for shooters now, and I can't be. I mean, but I don't know. I mean, I love games like the Finals, which by the way, guys, if you haven't played the Finals, definitely go out and play the Finals because that game is the shit, and season 4 is right around the corner. But back on topic. I like I said, the maps to me are too small. The spawns on Babylon are fucking atrocious. Like I think it may have, if you guys are into the COD community, I'm sure you've seen Nero Cinema and his content, but I think that the fucking spawns on Babylon might have broke a little piece of him. The man was livid with the spawns on that game. Skill-based matchmaking. Let's round it off with some skill-based matchmaking here. Okay. Well, I guess before I get into it, like I said, I think 60% of the maps too small. Not a fan. 40% of the maps I enjoyed a lot. I think all the maps are fairly well designed maps and are good maps. But like I said, I'm not into those small scale maps. The spawns need work on like especially Babylon. Holy fuck, dude, those spawns are bad. Even on Skyrise Skyline, the spawns were a little iffy. Not nearly as bad as Babylon, but so skill-based matchmaking. This is a tough one, honestly, guys. Like I'm gonna be real with you, okay? So as I've gotten older, I have come into contact with older gamers and gamers that are not as cracked or you know, possess the same aim or skills as your maybe average, slightly above average, or really, really good player. And I also have started to realize, especially with my ex actually, who played Call of Duty fairly casually, and she was pretty good, but like, I mean, obviously nothing compared to what I'm like used to seeing or playing with or playing myself or whatever it may be. And like seeing what a truly like average or maybe slightly below average player looks like it's weird, it's strange. And I get it, because in this thing that I've realized as being a content creator for these past few years, and like doing more research and listening to content creators and stuff like that, and I realized that the number one complaint with Call of Duty is skill-based matchmaking. The number one complaint. But this number one complaint comes from people that go on Reddit, go on Twitter, go on, you know, YouTube and create content, on Twitch and stream, play the game, grind out ranked. And that's not the average player. It's just not. And I think there needs to be some level of skill-based matchmaking. I'm sorry, like, you can't be throwing these average and below players regularly in with above average and better players. Not regularly, like occasionally, yeah. But I also get, like, because I am a slightly above average player, like, I get the frustration of skill-based matchmaking in every game being like a 1 to 1.5 KD, or like basically you sway from 0.7 to like 1.3. You know, that's like the sway that the game pushes. And like every once in a while you get on a good grind, good streak, and you know you get your KD up to like 2, but then that shit's gonna drop back down, and then you're like, fuck, dude, fuck this game, fuck it, I'm done with Call of Duty, I'm done with skill-based matchmaking, I'm so fucking over this grind sweat fest, I just want to, and like, so I get that. So I think that there needs to be a better way of making it so high-level players and low-level players can have fun together when they want to group up, but still make it so that you protect these below average. Because like I'm sorry, but I mean, I also get at the same time that, like, I also get the other argument of like what made me want to get better at gaming, or what made me want to get better at, like, specifically FPS is playing against these players that were so much better than me. But not everybody has that time or that drive, you know what I mean? They're getting on games to just chill and relax and just blow some fucking, you know, brains out some skulls or whatever. Like, just relax and unwind after a stressful day. So I see both sides of the skill-based matchmaking argument. I hate that Activision is so secretive and, like, what's a good word to describe it? They just need to be more open and honest with their community and just be like, listen, I get where you guys are coming from, but you need to, like, just truly break the numbers down and start being more honest and open about it, and create a conversation, you know, between the community and you guys, and make it so that when you do throw stats out and you do throw numbers out, it doesn't feel made up. I'm gonna be honest, like that shit you did, like, what, 5-6 months ago, or you're throwing out some stats and like, oh, we turned skill-based matchmaking off, this is what we saw, and blah blah blah. We didn't believe any of that. I didn't believe any of it. I'm gonna be honest with you, didn't. And like, but then again, like I said, I see the other side of the coin, because when we look at games like X Defiant, which their biggest selling point is no skill-based matchmaking and casual, and or at least no engagement optimization matchmaking, or whatever it may be, whatever you want to call it. And the game's not doing great. I don't think that's the reason why. Like, it definitely isn't the reason why. And I'm gonna make a video later on about it, of what I think X Defiant needs to do to really turn it around. I think they'd be cooking though. I think they'd be cooking, and they're gonna come out pretty hard in season 2 and do some big things. Same thing with the final. I think season 4 is gonna be an absolute fucking banger. But this game is, it's gonna be the same thing Call of Duty has been for 10 years. Let's be honest, folks. It's going to be divisive. It's going to be a bunch of people shit talking it, but somehow it's still going to be the number 1 most sold game of the year. Like, it is. It's going to sell more copies than anything else this year. It's going to be in the top 5 of most played on every fucking system and console and streaming service, whatever it may be. Call of Duty is going to do the same thing it always does. And I think that's where, if we truly are sick of this thing, then we need to branch out and stop coming back every year. Take a few, even if that means we miss an absolute fucking banger of a Call of Duty game. I think that means we need to chill, relax, take 3 years off from buying Call of Duties. All of us Call of Duty content creators, let's take the next 3 years off. Let's stop making Call of Duty content. Stop talking about it. We can still play it with our friends. That's fine. We can still play the game, I guess. But stop talking about it. If we do that, if we take it off, you know, the zeitgeist, then it's no longer gonna be, they're not gonna have the control that they did. I mean, either that, or they just double down and like, well, I guess we lost all the higher end players and all we have is casuals now, so now it'll just become a gotcha game. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Like I said, I don't have a solution for this shit. I'm kind of rambling out my ass right now. I've been talking for I don't know how many minutes right now, and I like I said, I've been just kind of rambling. But the skill-based matchmaking is a tough topic, like I said, because the number of players that Call of Duty gets compared to like really any other shooter that wants to talk about possibly taking away skill-based matchmaking and all this are vastly different. We're talking about tens of thousands of players versus hundreds of thousands, maybe millions. So it's a big difference, and I think that they need to tone that fucking shit back. I do miss the randomness of just like having 2, 3, 4 games in a row where it's like, yeah, dude, like I'm top 2, 3, number 1, whatever in the lobby for a bunch of games, and then like, okay, I got stomped, and I got stomped again, and I got stomped again, and then I had an even match, and then I got stomped again, and I had an even match, and I got stomped and stomped and stomped. It's like, wow, I'm on a bad. But then you know what? You know, eventually that shit's gonna turn, and then you're gonna get a couple good matches, and then you might get a bad. But the thing is, it's not like I can go into Call of Duty and predict what my next 10 matches are gonna be based on what my last 3 matches played like. Like it's formulaic, and it makes it boring, and like it. Whereas, like I said, that's why I like X Defiant, and the finals does have skill-based matchmaking, but it's definitely much lighter, much more relaxed, especially in the casual mode, especially when you're playing something like Power Shift or whatever. And like that's why I enjoy those games, because like, yeah, there are times where I get fucking wrecked. Like it makes me be like, dude, do I even am I too old for this? Should I put the sticks down? I don't think I can do this anymore. But then, you know, you get some games you're like, yeah, dude, I'm feeling it, I'm cooking. So yeah, I guess that was my ramble on Black Ops 6 and the beta. I think the game definitely has some things that it needs to work. I think balance is actually fairly good. Sorry, I'm just getting to this after that long skill-based matchmaking. It's just I've been so torn and on the fence with it. Maybe it's just because I'm getting older, so I kind of went on a rant there. But the balance is pretty solid, especially once they fix the Jackal. The Jackal still is probably one of the more dominant guns, but I feel like as a whole, there's nothing that's like real, like just like, oh fuck this, you're not gonna win any shot, like just garbage gun. At least that I play with. They all seem pretty viable, and I think the fact that they changed the headshot multiplier basically being non-existent now, just about. And I think that's to compensate for the Omni movement, and because there's so many like weird ways the body's gonna move and contort and jump around and stuff, so they wanted to make it the TTK a little bit more consistent, unless you're using the extended one of the barrel attachments that does amplify headshots. But even then, that doesn't really, you might go from 4 to 3, or which it's still 4 body shots, you know what I mean? So it's not like a drastic difference, but you know, it's one less shot to land. So balance is pretty good. Omni movement, I'm a fan. Like I said, if you're a movement guy, and if you're a movement god, you're gonna love this. It's crisp, it's buttery, it's nice. The mantling and such still feels a little bit wonky and stuff, but that's just because like the finals to me is the most buttery smooth game ever when it comes to like mantling and jumping over objects and moving and weaving in and out of objects and stuff like that. But yeah, I would also say that there's going to be quite a bit of content on launch from what I'm reading, so I think the map design will be fine. I'm just curious if there's going to be too many Babylon style maps in the game. If it is, then I don't know. It's going to be only for one type of player, and that player ain't me. That's for damn sure. So overall, yeah, I'd say it's a pretty good beta. I'd say it's a pretty solid game. I mean, I thought the multiplayer for Modern Warfare 3 was excellent, honestly, but I think the rest of the package was absolute trash. So we're really not going to know much beyond, you know, is the multiplayer good? Yeah, the multiplayer is good. It's fucking Call of Duty. The multiplayer is almost always good. Like what like let's realistically go back. What do they miss? Like 2, 3 out of the fucking 30 releases they've had that have been like actual fucking like garbage dog shit. Like, wow, this even though they still had tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of players, but that's besides the point. So yeah, Call of Duty multiplayer is Call of Duty multiplayer. I'm hoping that multiplayer takes more of a focus with Black Ops, and you know, the 6v6 multiplayer, the 10v10, the 2v2, whatever they, you know, that style, rather than it being all Warzone, DMZ and shit like that, because that, I'm just burnt out with battle royales. I enjoy them from time to time when I'm playing with the boys, but I don't really hop on by myself, hop on by myself, and you know, grind them anymore. So yeah, that's it. That's the Black Ops 6 beta. I would say it's like a solid 8 out of 10. Pretty good. If you like movement, you're gonna fucking love it. If you don't, if you're more of a boots on the ground, slower pace, this might not be a Call of Duty for you. But as always, my friends, thank you so much. I appreciate the support. Y'all are absolute fucking legends. The greatest community I could possibly wish to be a part of. And stay safe, stay healthy, stay sexy. Go make some average plays. I'll catch y'all on the next one. I don't think I got an elimination. I'll take it.
Enemies destroyed your trophy system. Hostile deleted.
Nice shot, boys. We are dominating here. That's what I like to see.
Hardpoint identified.
That's hardcore domination right there, boys. Let's go! Got shot through like a wall or something. Okay.
Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down.
Enemy using sleeper agent.
Find them.
Gros,
Hostiles have
tellement
the hardpoint.
vite.
Sorry, mate. Broke your foot.
Fucking melt them, boys. Melt them.
Trophy's up. Trophy neutralized. Assault pack down.
A guy like in here with me? There is, dude. What is happening?
Hardpoint.
Guys got a shoddy up in here, dude. Just fucking hippity hopping around. A hippity hopping shopping master. Oh, and it, are you still alive? Like what?
Not this time, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, you son of a bitch. Yeah, like 5 people.
Hardpoint is secure.
Wait, so can I just like dive? Okay. I could have like go around that corner. Okay. I can see how some people are gonna get real fucking cracked out with this, dude. I'm not gonna lie, like crazy shit's gonna happen. Crash pack? Yep. Crash pack.
Scout pulse going out.
Like I've You really think you were gonna be able to knife me like that? Like, get out of here, dude. Coming in, boys.
Hardpoint identified.
Okay, I just got El Chapo, dude.
Hostiles have captured the
Yeah, I do
hardpoint.
like that. I'm not gonna lie, I do like that.
Hardpoint active. Enemy hardpoint locked down.
Destroyed.
You don't need me. Oh my god! I don't think I knew where I was on the map for a second there. I think I might have been a little lost.
Bringing in recon.
Feel that? They're about to break. Give them a nudge.
Breaking here. I'm not breaking. Oh, they are. They're breaking. They quit. They might have quit. Bro got deleted.
Enemies destroyed your trophy system.
Hardpoint located. Treyarch sending a UAV. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
They're crushing the beat.
Hardpoint is secure.
Oh, well, he just shot me with. I don't like it. There are cardboard boxes that I can just stand on like that. Am I on it? Am I sitting on it? I don't know. Can I not shoot through a bush? I don't understand.
Area passable.
That's the lamest spot to sit ever. Hey man, dub's dub. That kid. Is that kid? I just stuck him. He came with the shotgun. Bruh! Oh, that's me.